What is up, y'all? It has been a month since I have filmed a video, and it is killing me inside. I have been crazy busy with school, bogged down big time, but I need to make a video, so here we are. I found something at Walmart the other day, and this is not a fishing video, this is a cooking video. So this is gonna be my very first brisket. It's about 16 pounds, and I am so excited. This video is gonna be unique because it's gonna be solely on a propane grill. Hope y'all enjoy. All right, y'all, for step one, you gotta identify the fat side, the really thick fat side, and the meat side. So the fat side is the side that goes down on the grill all the time. On this other side, you just want to identify these really big knots of fat and just trim them up, lighten them up, because they're not gonna cook over. Basically, these little pieces of fat in here are good for the meat. Obviously, you want some of this, but these big knots, you just want to cut them straight out. Be a little bit liberal with it. It's okay. See all this fat? All right, what's up, y'all? All right, we got quite a bit of fat trimmed off, but we aren't quite done. We have 2 more things to do. A little bit more fat on the back side, because you don't want it more than a 1/4 inch thick. And then something else, we gotta figure out which grain we're going. See this grain right here? It's all, if you look real close, it's going like that, in this direction. So to indicate that, it's kind of hard to tell once you cook. You want to come over to this tip right here and just saw it off. So this straight edge right here will indicate that our grain's going this way, and then we'll end up cutting this way. Okay, so this is our fat side, and we can get rid of some of this really thick stuff. Now you don't want to be as liberal on this side. You just want to hack off just the fat that they obviously left on to keep the price up. You just get right on in there. You don't want to be as liberal as we were on the other side, because we do want a decent fat layer on this side, but not too bad. In my case, I'm gonna have to keep part of this in semi-direct heat because the size of my grill, my propane grill. So I'm actually gonna trim less off this side versus this side. But there are some pretty thick parts over here, so I should probably get a little bit of that. All right, what's up, y'all? This is the next step. I already have the barbecue going on one burner. The barbecue's going, it's already turned on. You might want to take some of your wood chips and just throw them in there. Throw them anywhere in there, because it's going to be on there for a while. Those things will burn up and give out the smoke. Yeah, so the next step is actually get a little bit of beef broth. Now, some of the professionals use MSG. I don't have any of that, nor do I want to use any of that. And they put it on here before they put their seasoning, which shout out to Veterans Beef Rub right here. I'm also going to be using a little bit of salt and pepper, but we're just going to take a little bit of this beef broth, and we're just going to lightly put a little bit on there, rub it in, and then put the seasoning on top, and then we'll put it out in the grill. Alrighty, now there's our brisket. It's big as heck for this grill, but call it good, I guess. What's up, y'all? It has only been about maybe an hour, not even that. So what I noticed was my burner on the chip side was getting a little bit flamey, and it was kind of browning, or I guess you can say blackening my brisket on that side a little bit too much. There was actually some flames when I opened it up. So I actually had to turn this down all the way to 0 and then actually tighten that up a little bit, the main valve on the propane tank. So now, I mean, we're just gotta keep an eye on it. You know, you don't want those flames to get too crazy. All those chips I put in there, they ended up getting crazy. And that's something else. You guys also want to spritz it down every so often, just lightly, just really quick. Supposedly that helps. We're gonna have to see though. I'm contemplating keeping this open for a little bit. I don't want those chips to catch back on fire. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep an eye on this deal, and here in about a few hours we'll be flipping this thing around. We'll be flipping this brisket this way. You never want to put this meat side down, always the fat side down. All right, what's up, y'all? Now this is where you really want to sit. You know, somewhere in between 250 and 300. I've had it on here for a little bit. Still got a long ways to go. You know, you're gonna do this for about, man, you can do this from 8 to 12 hours pretty much. I just ended up moving the brisket all the way over so this flame side is touching as little of meat as possible. What's up, y'all? Okay, all right, so it's on there, it's hanging out. You want that meat to be sitting as far away from your flame as possible. Now, I have a small grill, so I wasn't able to get it as far as I'd like. But what I've got going on right now is you want your temperature to be sitting somewhere between like 260 and 300 inside that grill. 300 is a little bit high. Just keep an eye on it. You don't want any flames to come up from your pellets or flakes or wood, whatever. And that's pretty much it. Just let it hang out, go do some stuff, drink a beer, do homework, like in my case. Yeah, just keep an eye on it. So we started at 10, or we started at 9, but we got it on at 10 a.m. And we're gonna check up on it about every hour, maybe every couple hours. We'll see if I feel comfortable with the way it's sitting. It might be every couple hours. And then at about 6 or 8 hours, we'll wrap it in foil. And then, yeah, I'll show you guys that part whenever we get there. What's up, y'all? Look at that temp we're sitting at. So you should probably do this a little bit more often than I should, but we're sitting at about 2.5, 3 hours in here. We're gonna flip it 180 degrees so we can get some diversity up in here. Oh yeah, that feels really good. All right. Oh my gosh, this thing's so heavy. All right, what's up, y'all? I've been flipping this thing and making sure it's rotated and keep it a good, you know, around 300 degrees here. And it's about 5 o'clock right now here in Oklahoma. So we're sitting at about 115 internal temperature. That's a little bit low. Over here, we're a lot higher, 128. 150, 160. See, I want to get 160 over here somewhere. And when I stick it in here, some of this is on feel. Like over here, this is good. The way this slices through, real good. 140-ish, but over here, it needs to be a little bit higher. I'm gonna let it sit a little bit longer, and then get here, dogs. I'm gonna let it sit a little bit longer, and then we're gonna wrap it in some foil, and we're gonna dump some beef broth on it, and then wrap it up real good and put it back in here. All right, we're gonna move this brisket right on over here onto this. Nice. All right, what's up, y'all? I actually did probe this thing once or twice, and it's good to go. Now we got our ice chest right here. We're gonna be putting it in the ice chest, and we're gonna try to wrap it up with a few towels. So might have to use a couple of these to pull it out. Ideally, you don't probe this thing at all. You keep the pressure, and then you okay, set it all in there. Just kind of want to wrap this thing up nice and good. Real good. All right, yeah, so you just want to wrap this thing up with towels and put it in this ice chest. So this is going to help bring down the temperature and make it a nice crisp brisket. All right, so I think we're on hour 9 or 10. It's in the ice chest wrapped up in towels, so we're gonna have to see. I kind of did probe it a couple times, a couple different spots. I just really want to make sure this thing's cooked. It's been in there for way too long for it not to be cooked, and I just want to make sure. Ideally, you just feel confident about it, put it in there, wrap it up, you keep that pressure, but I probed it. Temperature looks good. I'm not expecting anything amazing, but you know, it's in the ice chest. We'll be opening it up here in about an hour or 2. Just let it chill in there, let its core temperature get down, and it should be juicy. Let's pray. Thanks. Let's see how this sucker's doing. It's warm in here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Boom. All right. I know some of these tips might be a little bit burnt, but that's okay. Yeah, look at that. All right, so look at this piece. Kind of loose and wobbly. Pulls apart pretty good and shreds. Look at that. Nice. Tastes amazing. What's up, y'all? That's how you cook a brisket on a propane grill. I hope y'all enjoy. It's not the best brisket in the world, but man, you can do it pretty cheap and easy. Like and subscribe.